welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning after the pen in my catch-all planner. I was not originally intending to film this video, but I filmed a plan with me for this spread, which turned out super cute and I really love it. It was really inspired by these trees from Eau Claire's Creations, and then I did like a winter forest scape with them. However, my plan with me video got deleted in some like phone crash, computer crash issue that I had to deal with, and I was very upset about that because I filmed a great plan with me for this and it got deleted. And I've been receiving a lot of love on Instagram for this spread, like the sneak peeks and all that stuff, so I figured I would do like an after the pen planning video and just kind of show you what a week in my life looks like as I'm planning. So the plan for this video is to go through and do all of my like prep work. So tonight is Sunday night, so I'm going to go through and do all of my prep work that I normally do for the week, and then check in every day throughout the week and like just do my daily stuff, which is super quick, but I want to just kind of bring you along on my planning process. I have this sheet of wild styled filler paper. I'm not sure where I got this. I think it was the companion pack, but I used it to mark down when I have stuff going on this week. Sometimes I use post-it notes or sticky notes, and I used a couple of them this week, and then I just moved them over to this because I had a lot going on. So I'm going to transfer all of this into the spread. I normally plan with a Papermate Flair pen in a medium tip, and sometimes I plan on the discs, but other times I plan off of the discs. When I'm doing my Sunday night like fill it all in planning session, I normally take it off of the discs because there's just so much to write down. I also apologize in advance if you're hearing background noise. It is windy outside, and it is just, you probably can hear that. There's a lot of wind outside, so that's what's going to be happening in the background tonight. So I'm starting with the left side of the page, and I'm just going to go day by day to start this off. My big thing is that Monday I'm presenting my final presentation in my art history seminar. So I want to put that in. I'm not sure if I want to do it in this like smaller box or here. I think I'm going to do the presentation here and then put some details about it right there. So I'm going to start by writing the title of the class in this little banner. So looks a little shaky, but it says Arth 515, which is just like the class code. And then here I'm going to write final presentation, and I'm going to do that in cursive. And I opted to go on the first day of final presentations, so I would have a little bit more time to work. Oh no, I'm running out of room and it's foiled. Great. We're gonna have to live with it. So then I'm gonna draw a little arrow, just like that. And it is a 15-minute presentation with 10 minutes of question and answer. So it just says 15-minute presentation plus Q&A. I think that looks fine. Still not happy that it got cut off on the foil. One thing I can do about that is take a Sharpie ultra fine point and kind of patch in the part that overlapped the foil, just because Sharpie will write on foil and Flair pen will not. You gotta make sure that you don't write on the actual paper of the page, because that'll bleed through and get onto my monthly spread. So that was like my big like thing that I have tomorrow. This section is going to be my to-dos. I don't know what I want to title it. It's like just to-do list. But I want to rehearse the presentation. Second thing on my to-do list is check the status of my library books, because I'm supposed to pick up some books they had on hold for me, but I asked if they could be extended through the end of the week just because I don't have time to get to campus this week. Next thing I want to do is respond to Instagram comments, because I've been letting them pile up. I've also been letting YouTube comments pile up, and I'm just really bad at responding to them on YouTube. So I apologize if you've commented and I just haven't gotten back to you. We'll put Instagram and YouTube, so hopefully I can get some of those out of the way. Just like, not out of the way. I do like responding to you. It's just, it's a process. And then the last thing that I want to do tomorrow is make some progress on my paper for my African American Studies class. And I think a good like goal for that, I was talking to my therapist the other day, and we were kind of like talking about like goal setting. And sometimes it's more effective to like set one of those goals that's like write 3 pages or work for 3 hours, whichever comes first. Like, because sometimes writing 3 pages can take like an entire day. So it's good to like set limits for how long you want to work on stuff, but I think I just want to write 3 pages. Okay, so that is tomorrow's to-do list. I'm gonna fill in Tuesday. Tuesday doesn't have a checklist just because Tuesday is crazy busy. So I'm gonna put my class title right here in this little banner again. And I'm not presenting, but we are doing our first day of like in-class presentations, so I'm gonna be there and like asking questions about other people's presentations. Man, I always forget how long the word presentations is. It doesn't fit into boxes with my handwriting. Oh well. I'm gonna check that off of my list. My Happy Goals sticker bundle was supposed to arrive tomorrow, but it arrived today, which is weird because it's a Sunday, so I don't know how it came in the mail, but it arrived today, so that's not something I need to include in here. Other 2 things, I have an appointment with my therapist and I have a meeting with my the professor I work with for TAing and the other TA. So I'm gonna put that meeting up here in this little snowflake box, and I'm gonna do meeting on the top line in my cursive. Okay, so I made sure to note what the meeting is about. So it's just about grading the final exam that they just took. Now I have to find a sticker for my appointment. And because it is an appointment, I can use an appointment sticker, which is nice. These are from the appointments sticker book, and I'm gonna take this green one. I considered blue, but I rarely use green stickers, so I should probably use them while I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this sticker in. Okay, I think that's everything I needed to do on Tuesday. Again, no checklist, and even if I did have one, I'd be filling it out Monday night, because there's nothing like for sure that I know of now that needs to be done on Tuesday. Gonna go ahead and do the same thing with my class right here. I don't have a lot more to add to that other than the fact that it's like we're just doing a regular class day. I'm now realizing I forgot to put in class times for the other 2, but at this point in the semester I kind of just know when classes are, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. The second is also course registration day, so I want to put that in this like silver circle. And it intersected the snowflake when I tried to write registration. I am not doing well with the longer words today, so I peeled up the snowflake, so hopefully that works. Okay, so course registration opens for spring 2021. There's also like a departmental event on this Tuesday that I'd like to attend. This is Wednesday. A departmental event on the Wednesday that I'd like to attend. So I'm gonna find something to go right there. This is like a sage green sticker from Colorful Boxes. I do want it to go like under this tree. I've had the tree stuck down to the page for a while, so maybe I can finagle it up. Yeah, that looks good. This has a lot of text in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in and I'll be right back. And normally I don't share like Zoom ID numbers, but by the time this video goes up, the event will already be done and it's a one-time use Zoom code, so I'm not too nervous about that. Well, there's actually 2 things on Wednesday. One is that I think my FabFitFun box is expected to arrive, but it hasn't made any like tracking progress in like a week. So I'm hesitant to write that down because I don't think it's actually gonna be here on Wednesday. Second is that it is Ipsy Choice Day. I chose to like skip one of my subscriptions from Ipsy this month just because like money, but I kept my like smaller one. So I'm not doing Choice. I already did Choice for the smaller one, but it's add-on sale day for Ipsy. I don't know if I want to include that yet. I'll think about it a little bit more. Transitioning over to the other side of my planner spread. So not sure what's going to go up here yet. What I have written down is that my Floral Mega sticker book from the Happy Planner is expected to arrive Thursday. I think it actually got bumped onto Friday. So I'm going to hold off on that. It's also up in the air whether or not I'm driving back to campus to go get tested so I can pick up library books on the 4th. I have to wait until I get an email confirmation to figure that out, so I'm not going to put that in the planner yet. And then finally, it's my uncle's birthday on the 3rd, so I should probably write that down. I'm actually going to just like put it in the checklist, like wish happy birthday, like I guess, I don't know. Although that gets rid of one of my checklist items. I could also use a colorful box and kind of overlap with that, but I'm not sure that would look super good. I know I said I was going to work on this half of the spread, but my plans are still very up in the air, so I think I'm just going to leave this side of the page as is. I know this ended up being like a very one-sided fill-in, like overall fill-in for this, but that's kind of how my week normally works, is like this half is super busy and this half is more of a like figure it out as you go side of the week. Not sure what's going to go in my like sidebar to-do list. I probably should have made it like a grocery list, but oh well. Well, there is one more thing for Monday that I didn't put on my list, so I can just put it in the sidebar one. So I want to finalize my presentation slideshow. So normally this is like things that don't have a day set to them, so like things I could do at any point during the week, but it also functions as overflow. That's just the way it works. So finalize slideshow is on there. I'm not going to deal with headers. I'm going to call it for the night, and I will see you tomorrow. Today is Monday, and I am continuing on my After the Pen plan along. So I'm just going to do what I normally do each night. So the first step is to go through my checklist and check off the things that I did. So I rehearsed my presentation. I got my status email on my library books, and they are ready to be picked up by the end of the day on Friday. Responded to Instagram and YouTube comments. There's still a handful of YouTube comments that are older ones that I haven't gotten to yet, and I feel really weird like responding to comments like a month after they've been posted, but we'll see where we go with that. And then I did as many on Instagram as I could before Instagram said, "You're responding to too many posts. You need to take a break." Instagram didn't say it like that. They were like, "Please retry later." But I will finish the rest of those later, but for the most part, they are all responded to. So I feel okay checking that off. I did write 3 pages of that paper, and I finalized the slideshow. So everything I needed to do today is done. Now I'm thinking through what I need to do tomorrow. So I have a meeting at 10 a.m., a meeting at noon, and then class starts at 2. So pretty booked, but there's a few things that I want on my like checklist. Even though there isn't a checklist on Tuesday, I really need to be productive this week, so I'm going to add in some bullet points on Tuesday, even though there isn't a checklist. I'm using these neutral circles from Bad Design, and this is the green colorway, and these like sage green tones match pretty well. So I'm using this color. And I'm only gonna put like maybe 2 of them. I think the colors match pretty well. They are a little bit bigger than I would like, but they're fine. I can't find my regular bullet point stickers, and these are like, they're a little bit cuter than regular bullet point stickers anyway. They're like fashion color bullet point stickers. So first thing I want to do is write another 3 pages for this final paper. Another thing that I need to do, but it's not like Tuesday specific, is make a list of things that I need to bring back to my boyfriend's place when I'm down at my own apartment. So that's gonna go in the sidebar. The writing in the sidebar doesn't look as good as the writing on the regular pages, but we're going with it. I should also mention that my final presentation today went pretty well, and I think that my paper is touching on the course material that I need to, so I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I'm trying to think of what my other thing I need to do tomorrow is. My second task for Tuesday is going to be complete the readings for my Wednesday Women and Gender Studies class and do our annotations. We have like an online annotation program where we can comment on the readings and people can respond to your comments. It's really cool. but I need to remember to do that. Okay, so my Tuesday list is in place. Now I gotta think about like kind of what's been solidified. So going back to my list, I mentioned a package that may arrive on Wednesday. It hasn't been updated in tracking, so I'm gonna just skip writing that down. Thursday, I have to drive back to campus. Even though I'm picking up the books on Friday, I need to drive to campus so that I can get a COVID test done, because without one, I won't be allowed into the library to get the books. So I need to drive to campus on Thursday. And if I'm doing that on Thursday, I need to remember to switch my current address in our online system that indicates where I'm staying on Wednesday. Okay, so that's on Wednesday's list. And books are available on Friday, so I'm gonna write that on my Friday checklist. So Friday's schedule is probably gonna be pick up the books as soon as I can in the day, drive to my parents' house, which is halfway in between campus and my boyfriend's. I have to grab some mail that's been there, and this is not me visiting a bunch of people. I was just with my parents 3-4 days ago, and when we're up here at my boyfriend's place, we don't go outside. Everything is delivered and we just stay inside all day, and my parents are doing the same. So we're in a quarantine bubble with them. So I have to stop by my parents' house and get the mail. I actually won a Patreon giveaway from Mary Ellen from Planning with Bumble. She was doing a live plan with me, and I won the spread that she created. So she's mailing that, or she mailed that today. So it should be ready on Friday. So I'll grab that. I think I have some stickers from the aesthetic studio that I need to get from my parents' house. I've just been having all my mail sent there because it's the safest mail location. So gotta go get all of my mail and then come back up to my boyfriend's apartment. I'm gonna hold off on writing the plans though about my parents' house, just because I'm not sure if I'm spending the night there or not, and there's just a whole lot of what if. So I'm gonna wait on that. But I am gonna add in some more of these bullet points on Saturday, because Saturday doesn't have any. So would it be weird to just have one bullet point here and then a bunch down here? I'm just gonna do 2 down here for now. This is getting a lot more cluttered than I thought it was going to, but hey, at least it's productive. I'm still thinking about what to title these. I'm gonna go ahead and just label them all to do, and I will be right back. I think that's gonna be everything that I do for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. I just ended my video and I forgot to add 2 things to my to-do list. So one, I have to review exam grading notes that my professor that I TA for sent to me, so I have to review the notes for that. Second thing I have to do is take all of my planner photos through, probably through Friday, so that when I'm out of town, I don't have to take everything with me. And I guess the last thing I should probably put on this to-do list is to make YouTube thumbnails. And technically that should be going in my social media planner, but YouTube thumbnails take forever, or at least they do for me. So they're kind of a catch-all task. Okay, and with that, I am really done for Monday night. I will see you tomorrow. Hello and welcome back. It is Tuesday night and I'm going to sit down and do my daily planning. So first things first, I'm going to go through today's checklist and check off what I did. So the first thing I had was write 3 pages for my African American Studies paper, and I ended up writing 4, so I'm going to check that off. And then the second thing I had was readings for tomorrow's class and the annotations that I was going to make on those. I didn't get around to doing that, and it's late, so I'm probably just going to do that tomorrow morning. I'm not going to bother crossing it off and moving it up here. I'll probably just check it off over here when I get it done, just because I don't really want to waste space on Wednesday's to-do list. Now I'm going to check my overall weekly to-do list. So I didn't make a list yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I reviewed the grading notes, take planner photos for out of town. That's also going to be tomorrow because today was very like overcast, so the lighting wasn't great. So I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. YouTube thumbnails have to be done after I take the photos, so again, that'll be tomorrow. I want to add one thing onto my to-do list, and that is change website passwords, because I was looking for an email today in my like personal email, and I like was expecting an email, and I'm like, maybe it got sent to spam, so I checked my spam folder, and you know, of course there's a million like spam emails in there. But one of them stood out because it had my like a common password that I use as the subject of that email, and I was like, oh no, someone has my password. So obviously I opened it up, and they're like, we've hacked into your computer and we've been filming you, and we're gonna share a video of you with all of your contacts unless you pay us in Bitcoin. Like, we have your password, like whatever. It's a very common scam email. They don't actually have any video of you. They can't hack into your computer. What really happened was that my password and email had been compromised in some data breach from a website, got posted online, and then some scammer sent out these emails to everyone whose passwords were included in that breach, hoping that someone will pay them. So again, spam email, but what that means is that I need to go and change all of my passwords. And this is a good reminder that you shouldn't use the same password for everything. You should mix it up. And I actually, I already did this, but I want to put it on the list because it makes me feel accomplished to have things checked off. And luckily, Google keeps a list of like websites that I have passwords with, so I went through all of those, and some of them I haven't used in years. Like there was one that was like compromised for the driver's ed website I used when I was 16 and haven't used in the past like 7-8 years. But it wouldn't let me delete my account. I couldn't figure out how to delete my account, so I had to change my password on a driver's ed portal. I wasn't too concerned about that. I was more concerned about websites that like had my credit card associated with them, like Etsy was in there, the Dick Blick art supply store was in there. Like, had to go change my passwords for that. But it's done, so hopefully everything is good with that. I'm gonna take this off the disk because I do need to write on Wednesday. So in this extra space, one thing I want to do during class tomorrow is ask about details for our final project, just because our professor gave us a few options of what we could do for our final project, and they all have varying degrees of work associated with them. And since it's a weird semester online, she's not expecting a whole lot, but I just want to confirm that if I go with the project that is less pages, that it's not going to impact my grade in any way. Like, she said they're all equal, but I don't want to be like surprised by like, I don't know, accidentally choosing the easier project and then getting a grade deduction for it. So that is on the page. Next, I want to kind of do my to-do list for Wednesday. So I want to, tomorrow I want to write 2 pages of my African American Studies paper and then do a round of editing. I'm not sure if I want that on separate bullet points or not. I think they're 2 like major undertakings, so I'm gonna do them separately. Okay, so I have those 2 things written down. I'm trying to decide what I want as my like 4th to-do list item. Like, so this technically goes to Wednesday because I didn't do it today. And like, it could go there, but I don't really want to do that. And then I have to make my list tomorrow. I have to take my planner pictures tomorrow, and then YouTube thumbnails I can kind of do when I'm out of town. I might leave it blank for now and then fill it in tomorrow. But since I'm filming this, that means I would just fill it in tomorrow night once I get it done. So I'm gonna kind of think on what's gonna go there. I'm bringing in my second half of the week because I want to do some work over here now. On the 4th, the Happy Planners winter release is being previewed on their website. I spent today watching the squad member like unboxing videos and kind of making a list of the things that I would like to get from the collection. There are a few things that I'm pretty excited about, like the new sticker books I really like. I'm not a huge Disney person, and there's a lot of Disney stuff in the release, but my wallet will thank me because I'm not a Disney person. However, they have a lot of the they are releasing like a lot of more like functional sticker books that are a little more mature, like the Biz Babe one I really like. Also, I like their gardening collection, and I'm not a gardener, but they have these like florals with birds in them, and I love birds, so maybe getting gardening sticker books, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that in there, and then for this little flag, I'm gonna use the time that the preview goes live. I don't know the time yet, so I'm just gonna do like a little @ sign, and then when I figure out the time, it'll go there. And then this is just gonna say Happy Planner collection preview or something like that. I could have moved Happy Planner a little bit further right, but it's already on the page, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm grabbing my Colorful Shapes sticker book, and I wanna get in like another of these silver circles on Friday. And it's just gonna go right here. And I'm putting this there because I'm gonna be driving back from campus after like getting my library books in their no contact library locker things. And I'm already going to be tested on Thursday to confirm that I don't have COVID. So I am stopping by my parents, who I've been with like basically on and off like through this whole thing. So they're in my quarantine bubble, but I'm stopping by their place to get my mail, but I'll probably have dinner there too. So I want to make note of that in this circle. I just don't know any details yet, so I just put the circle preemptively. I also want to add to my Sunday to-do list like a presentation rehearsal for my African American Studies presentation that I'm giving on Tuesday the following week. And I have a feeling this is going to be like a longer video. So one thing I want to do when I post this is figure out how to like insert those video chapters, so you can kind of like click through them, like if you want to like go to a specific day of the week or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out when I upload it. I have a lot of like things I'd like to practice with my social media stuff. Figuring out the video chapters is one of them. And another thing I was thinking about today was possibly initiating like a planner challenge. And I have an idea of what I want to like suggest, but I still need to kind of confirm some details, and maybe I'll partner with someone to do it. I don't know. I'm still playing around with the idea. I always have these ideas for like planner challenges, and I have this ongoing like note in my phone that's like all of these ideas for like challenges you could do in your planner, and they're all super ridiculous, but I think I came to one that's like an actual challenge that people would want to participate in. I'm gonna have to like message some of my planner friends though and confirm that someone will participate in it, because if I initiate a planner challenge and then no one participates, I'm gonna look like an idiot. And I think it's probably gonna be something that goes for like the span of winter. And winter doesn't really start until like mid-December. So I have a little bit of time to figure out some details, but I will say now that it is a seasonal planner challenge, but it's a different take on a seasonal planner challenge in that you're making, or the challenge asks that you make a winter spread, but it's an unconventional winter spread. And I'm just going to leave it at that for now. More details to come. I will announce it on here when I finally figure out the details. So if you want to participate too, you can do that, but details are forthcoming. Another thing I want to put on my to-do list for the week is to put my sticker books back onto the cart. I have a bunch that are kind of accumulating on the floor, and I'm working off of a coffee table. It's the easiest filming height for me, but I'm working off of a coffee table, and underneath the coffee table is just like stacks and stacks of sticker books. And then some at my boyfriend's, and I just got here, or I got here recently, all of my other sticker books are in like a box. And I have a second planner cart that like stays here, but I just need to transfer all of the stickers onto it. So that's gonna go on my to-do list. I keep dragging out today's planning. My Mega Floral sticker book is expected to arrive either Friday or Saturday, and I'm probably gonna be like out of town on Friday. So I'm gonna say that like Saturday is probably when I'll get it. It'll be maybe delivered on Friday, but I won't get it until Saturday. So I want to put that in here. Okay, so Saturday now says Happy Planner Flower Power Mega Sticker Book expected to arrive. Perfect. I don't know, I should pick something for Wednesday. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just say that I want to get started on whatever this final project is, because I'll feel a lot better if I just like get some words on paper. So I'm just gonna add that as my Wednesday task. Actually, that's a lie. I wrote the word get and then I realized that there's something else I want to start tomorrow. So I had my meeting today to talk about exam grading. So I now know like how points are going to be kind of like assessed. So I do want to do some exam grading tomorrow because I know I'm just going to be kind of booked writing my own papers. I was thinking about covering up the word get, but I think I can make it work. I'm going to go with get 10 exams graded. I have about 30. That's like my portion of them because there's 3 of us managing a class of like 90. So if I can get a head start on the exams, especially during this break in between this grad chat and class, which starts at 2, then I'll be pretty set. So I want to get 10 exams graded. So that's a lot of big things on tomorrow's to-do list, but if I can get them all done, I'll feel very accomplished. And if I can't get them all done, Thursday is kind of a blank slate because I'm just driving to campus, getting my test done, and then sitting around and waiting for the test results to come in. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be in my own apartment, like grading exams or writing papers or doing edits. So Thursday is kind of like a flex day for whatever doesn't get done in this half of the week. I'm going to leave it at that because I have all of my to-dos filled in. So I will see you tomorrow, which is Wednesday. I am back. It is Wednesday night and my nails are different because they started chipping this morning, so I redid them. And it's time for my nightly planner check-in. So today did not go as planned. Things kind of got a little off track, I guess I would say. But I'm going to go through my lists and check off everything I did. So I did make my list of things that I want to bring back. I didn't take planner photos. I guess I'm just going to have to do that in my own apartment. YouTube thumbnails are kind of dependent on the planner photos. And really there's only one more I need to make, but I can't check it off because it's not completely done. Sticker books, no, I didn't deal with that. Finished my readings and the annotations. Changed the address in self-service. And this is rough because this is a foiled checklist, so you can't really write on it. Maybe I should move over to a Sharpie real fast. Taking Wednesday off of the discs just so I can write a little bit easier. So I changed my address, write 2 pages. I really wrote 1 page and it wasn't good and I feel like I'm gonna delete it. I didn't do my round of printed edits just because I'm just really struggling with this paper. Didn't get any exams graded. I did get registered for classes, figured out my final project, so that's all good. This I didn't end up going to. I was just exhausted this morning. So I'm taking Sassy Plans because these are silver foiled. And I'm taking this one that just says not today. And I'm gonna put that right up here. So it was an optional event. I would have liked to have gone, but I just needed to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep last night, so didn't make it to that this morning. Oh well. And I'm only filming this now, so I don't have the video edited or anything like that, but at the beginning of this video, you'll probably see a different intro than you're used to if you've been watching my videos. And that is because my intro clip got flagged for a copyright violation, which is weird because I bought it from someone who does like these intros professionally, and the listing that I purchased said it was okay for use in YouTube, assuming that meant that I would have all of the copyrights and it would be no copyright music, but apparently the song is copyrighted to someone else. So I spent the day, or I spent a portion of my day, splicing in different music onto all of the ones that got copyright violations. And from here forward, I will need to use different music on the intro, which I'm not happy about because I spent money to get the intro thing made, but figuring that out. So I'm gonna put that on my to-do list because that took a long time. So I only changed the intro music on the 5 that got flagged so far just because it was such an in-depth process. And I'm probably just gonna wait for the rest of them to get like flagged before I change the music. The only issue would arise if I were receiving monetization on my YouTube videos, which at this point I'm not because I don't have 1,000 subscribers or a certain number of views. I'm not receiving monetization, but if at some point I am able to monetize my channel, those videos would send their proceeds to whoever the 10 seconds of song belong to. So I don't want that, so I dealt with that now. Still not happy about that, but what are you gonna do? I'm bringing the second half of the week into play now. So this just did not get done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just cross that off the list. I'm gonna set a more realistic goal for tomorrow. So I just wanna get 5 exams graded tomorrow. I feel like that's gonna be a more realistic number. Like, they're very in-depth because they were writing longer essays for this, and I also need to wait to hear back from my professor about a grading issue, so 5 of them tomorrow sounds good. This is just out of the question. I really want to go to bed after I film this video, so I probably won't get either of these things done. However, I did write an extra page on Tuesday, so really it is like I wrote 2 pages today. I'm gonna check it off to make myself feel better. In the end, it doesn't really matter as long as I get it done. And I'm at 8 pages, so like I did 3 that day, 3 this day, technically 4 this day, and 2 this day. So it adds up to 8. So we're still on par with what we need to be doing. Let me think about what's on my Thursday list. One thing I want to add to the paper that I've been writing all week is like analysis of one more work of art. I probably have mentioned this a million times, but I'm an art history grad student, so I'm writing an art history paper. So I do like art history, like case studies where you analyze like individual works of art in a paper, and I want to get one more of those done for that paper tomorrow. Then I'm going to mix it up and actually write pages towards a different paper tomorrow. So my art history paper that I presented on Monday has to be more finalized by the time I turn it in. So I want to write probably 3 pages on that. And then the big thing that I need to do tomorrow is get a COVID test done on campus so that I am able to get into the library on Friday to get my books, which is the entire reason for my trip. So gotta get that test done. It's like the first thing I need to do. And even though it's listed right up here, like get COVID test done for tomorrow, I want to put it on my to-do list so I can check it off, especially since these are like 3 big tasks. I'm going to leave that around just because I think it is something that I could do tomorrow if I end up having time, and if not, I'll probably cross it out and just put it on Friday's list, but we will figure that out when the time comes. And with that, I am done with my Wednesday night planning, so I will see you again tomorrow. Hello and welcome back. It is Thursday night and I didn't get a lot done today. So let's just start by checking some stuff off. So I said I would get 5 exams graded. I got 2 of them graded. They're very time consuming. So I feel like I'll do 1 more after I film this video to get like well, not an even 3, but like 3 is a good number for me. 5 was probably an overstatement of what I could do. I'm gonna go ahead and white out 5. And I know this is kind of cheating. And I'm just gonna change it to 3. And then I'll go ahead and do 1 more after this video, and I'm gonna prematurely check it off. Sometimes you just need to do that to feel accomplished during the day. Like I actually did some steps towards getting 5 graded, but 5 was just being too ambitious. Write another case study. I didn't do that, but I wrote 2 pages for that. Got my COVID test done and it already came back and I am negative. I tested negative, but that was to be assumed because I don't go outside. Let's see, this is all good. I'll get to that in a second. Take planner photos for out of town. I'm already out of town and I didn't take the photos, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cross that off. And that's all I did from my like ongoing to-do list. Paper edits, no, I didn't do that. So checklists we're leaving as is for now. Now I'm gonna make my Friday list. I still don't know what's going on with like when I'm gonna stop by my parents. I know I'm gonna get the books in the morning because my results are already back. So I'm gonna get the books, leave directly from campus, and then stop by theirs on the way back. So it'll probably be around lunchtime depending on how late I sleep in. But I'm gonna leave that up in the air for now, and I'll probably just fill it in after the fact. So Friday's to-do list. Pick up the books. It's the big one for tomorrow. I want to do this case study that's on Thursday technically. I always feel weird like leaving them on previous days when I know I'm gonna end up getting it done on Friday. The big one is like driving back to my boyfriend's apartment, but that's like not a to-do list item. I'm gonna write pack items to go back to Nick's because I had to gather up some things while I was at my apartment that needed to come back with me, so I'm gonna write that. Another thing that I want to do tomorrow is I just received some stickers from both the Aesthetic Studio and Eau Claire's Creations, and I want to film unboxing videos for those, so I'm going to put that on my list. I should also add one for my Flower Power Mega sticker book, which is expected to arrive either tomorrow or Saturday, and I think it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm just going to write like film unboxing videos. And finally, the last thing I want to do is bring my research books up to my boyfriend's apartment, which is on a tall floor in the building, and I just have been putting them off and they've been sitting in my car for a week. So I gotta bring the box of books I have in my trunk up to his apartment. So this feels like a very like easy to-do list, but I'm taking Friday as my day to kind of like go back and do things from other days. So I want to do my like round of edits. I want to write like a whole case study for the paper. Like that's pretty time consuming, and I'm also going to be driving, and it's like a 4-hour drive that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So that takes up a lot of time. Like today I just took a nap. I was exhausted and I got a lot of stuff done, but it's just like not showing up in the list. And sometimes that's a little disheartening that like you feel like you've had a pretty productive day, but your to-do list doesn't really like quite reflect that. And that's when I add things on and then check them off because I feel the need to check things off. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, I am back. I would say that it is Friday night, which has kind of been the theme all week, like doing it at night. However, I just passed out last night. I was so tired. So I ended up like picking up my library books, which was great, doing the drive to my parents. Then I had to pick up some things, like some holiday gifts at the grocery store while I was there, or like Target. Target's not like a grocery store, it's just Target. So I ended up doing all of those things. I waited around for my mom and dad to get home from work, so I was just hanging out with my sister for a few hours until my parents came home, waited for them to get back, said goodbye, then I drove back up to my boyfriend's apartment, where he had a lovely brisket dinner prepared for me, and I was so excited. I love brisket. Had dinner, and at that point I was just tired, so I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap. It was like 8 o'clock, woke up, it was like midnight, and at that point I'm like, I could either get up and film my video and basically say I've done nothing, or just go back to bed until like 6 or 7 a.m., which is like a good amount of sleep. I woke up and it was like 10:30, and I'm like, great, this is not gonna be a good day. However, I have gotten a decent amount done this morning, so I feel fine to do my like check-in for Friday now, even though it is Saturday morning. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and like power through a bunch of things today, and hopefully when I check in tonight, there will be more to report on. This is a silver foiled checklist on Friday, so that means I need a Sharpie instead of my regular Papermate Flair pen. So let's see, things I did yesterday. I picked up my books, packed my things to go back to my boyfriend's, filmed unboxing videos. I tried to film my Eau Claire's Creations unboxing video yesterday, and the quality was really blurry, so I actually refilmed it this morning and it is good to go. I have to do editing, obviously, but the video was filmed. And then my Aesthetic Studio order was not, or had not arrived at my parents' house yet. The mail is being a little slow where we are, and the order's coming from Canada, so I'm okay giving it a few more days. I'm also waiting on a spread from Mary Ellen because I won one of her Patreon giveaways, and that is supposed to be there tomorrow, or actually probably today. but I'm not there today. So I'll have to go down to my parents at some point this week and get my like spread from Mary Ellen, which I'm very excited about. The moral of this was that I did not film my Aesthetic Studio flip through, but I did film a flip through of the Flower Power Mega Sticker Book. So I'm gonna go ahead and white out where it says the Aesthetic Studio and just fill it in with Flower Power Mega Sticker Book and then check that off. So I have that filled in and checked off. Next thing I had on my list was bring my research book box upstairs, and I also did that this morning, so I can check that off. So that's a good start. We got all of Friday's like checklist items done. Obviously I've been pushing off the big things from Wednesday and Thursday, which are do my round of printed edits, which is like I actually print off like a version of the paper and then just mark it up by hand. I find it a lot easier than editing on a computer. And then once I have everything done there, I transfer it into my computer. And then Thursday's thing was writing another like case study. The presentation is on Tuesday, so I am basically just gonna work all day on that paper. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in what happened on Friday. So the collection preview ended up being at 2:30 p.m. my time, which is Central Time. It feels weird like having to write that in after the fact, but I don't want to leave it blank. My two things that I wanted to do Saturday are I have two videos that I want to edit and get posted or like scheduled. One was supposed to go up yesterday, which was my like after the pen planning on my November currently page, and the other one is my catch-all video, which is going to go up tomorrow. So I want to get those both edited today. Not sure what's going in that second bullet point yet. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this circle. Basically, all I needed to do at my parents' was pick up mail and Christmas ornaments. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to find my handwritten plans book because I know there is a sticker for pickup. This handwritten plans book is a lifesaver. It's sad because it's not available in a lot of stores. I think it was at first, but it really has just dropped out of stock like everywhere. So the only place to get it now is like the Happy Planner website, and I'm waiting until I place my like winter accessories order to like kind of figure out what I need more of. Maybe another handwritten plans book. I don't know, I feel weird paying like full price for sticker books. I rarely do. So pick up mail and Christmas ornaments. Okay, that is done. So what I have to do for today is like figure out what's going here and then another bullet point. In the meantime, one thing I wanted to add on to my weekly to-do list was go over the like meeting minutes that were sent to me about like what happened at like faculty meetings, just to keep myself in the loop with what's going on in the department. It's normally a lot of just like what classes are happening next semester, or like do we need any repairs on our grad lounge? But I like to keep up on the meeting minutes, so I'm going to add that to my to-do list. Okay, so that's on the to-do list for the sidebar. One thing I want to get done today is to like kind of work on my PowerPoint for the presentation I'm giving on Tuesday. I just want to put in some like biographical information and like some more slides that aren't just image based. Like it's an art history presentation, but I also want to like have my research questions or like here's a picture of the artist. So I'm going to put that on Saturday. And this isn't like quantitative goal, like it just says work on the PowerPoint. So basically at any point I could check it off. I normally like to like, again, make my goals like things that I know I'm done with, like when I'm done with them. Like bring research book box upstairs. Unless the book box is upstairs, you can't check that off. But for this one, you could kind of check it off at any point. But I was having a hard time like figuring out like something that's like obtainable. So we're just going with that. What's gonna happen here? Basically, the only thing I'm doing today is working on papers. So like, this could just say like paper work day, and I would be happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this little page flag just say today. And I did it similarly to all of these to-do lists. And then this is just gonna say like, probably Afro 500 paper work day. I used some different fonts, so I did like that weighted letter, all caps for the class, and then I did cursive for paperwork day. I think it looks fun this way. I like to mix up my handwriting, and I've been working on like practicing different like hand lettering styles, so this is like a good place for me to kind of like put that into practice. I'm gonna deal with tomorrow's checklist when I check in tonight. Hopefully I'll get a lot of stuff done by then. I will see you in a few hours. It is Saturday night and I am back yet again. and it is time to do my daily planning. Since I last saw you this morning, I've actually gotten a lot done. So YouTube thumbnails, I got those all done. I got my videos scheduled, and we are good to go. Put sticker books onto planner cart, also did that. Did a little rearranging in my office. It was very nice. Review faculty meeting minutes. I also read through those and completed the survey I needed to do. And that is everything that's on my running weekly to-do list. Next thing is do round of printed edits on my paper, and I did that. For this one, write another case study. I did the visual part of it, like the visual analysis. I have to go back and do the more theoretical work. So I'm not going to check it off just yet, but I'm getting close to having that done. Edit YouTube videos. I got them edited and scheduled. Work on the PowerPoint. I also did that. The PowerPoint is almost ready to go. And yes, I basically just worked on the paper all day. Filmed a lot of videos. I did some editing. My boyfriend got me Wendy's for lunch. I'm having a good day. So my Sunday to-do list currently is rehearse the paper presentation for Tuesday. I'd also like to grade another 3 exams, so I'm going to put that on my list. I'm slowly chipping away at the exam grading, focusing more on my presentations, my papers and stuff, but the exams will get graded. Another thing I have to do tomorrow is an activity for class on Wednesday, but they'd like it, the discussion leaders would like it completed by Monday. So I'm going to do my activity, and they also are writing a class thank you card to our instructors, so I have to participate in that. So that's going to go on tomorrow's list. I'd like to put in some work on this paper tomorrow, but I'm not really sure what my goal is going to be. I think what I'd like to do is another round of printed edits. That's normally the most helpful for me at this point, is to just keep doing rounds of edits. So I'm going to do that on my to-do list. I've also been slacking off on making my planner spreads for next week. So tomorrow is going to be some planner time. I'm using handwritten plans, and I have this sticker right here that says plan. And that's going to go up here. And then I'm going to make a little checklist of all of the planners that I want to set up tomorrow. And by all of the planners I want to set up tomorrow, I mean all of the planners I use, just because I have not gotten a lot of work done yet. I'm considering doing another one of these videos for next week. I know the editing on these types of videos is kind of a pain, but checking in each night and keeping it on film is really keeping me accountable for my work. So I don't know if you're actually going to like this video or not, but I'm considering doing another one for next week. This is the spread I have for next week. Again, we have daily checklists, and it's going to be another busy week. So I'm going to sleep on that tonight, and then tomorrow I'll have to decide, because tomorrow would be the first day to start filming that one. But we will see how that goes. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Hello and welcome back to the last day of my plan along. So it is Sunday night, and I'm going to go through all of my checklists. So first thing that I have that still hasn't been checked off is write another case study. I have for the most part completed that. It still needs a little bit of theoretical grounding, but all of the words are there, so I'm going to check that one off. It's basically at the point where it just needs to be edited, so we're good on that. For my plan, I'm talking more about having the spreads made. The planning kind of takes place throughout the week, so I have finished all of my spreads for all of my planners at this point. I went ahead and did a rehearsal of my presentation for Tuesday. I got 3 exams graded. I did not do the activity and the thank you. That's due tomorrow, so I'm going to actually just do it tomorrow. I didn't have time for that. And then printed edits, I'm halfway through the printed edits, so I'm not going to check that off just because it's taking a lot longer to get through my edits this time, because there's some just work to be done. I thought about adding in another box today because it was the 90 Day Fiancé season premiere, and I did end up watching that with my boyfriend because we're obsessed with that show here. But there's not a lot of room for that, so I'm going to skip adding that to my day. like at a certain point it's already done, so like why do I need to add it to the planner? And with that, we're done with a full week of planning. So if you like this type of video, let me know in the comments because I would be happy to make more. This actually kept me very productive during the week, and I'm going to do another one for next week. I've already decided. So you will get at least 2 of these. But let me know if you'd like to see more of these in the future. As always, if you liked this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content. Follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where you'll see after the pen photos. I don't do a lot of after the pen on my channel. This is kind of a rare exception to that. And also on my Instagram, you'll see spreads that did not get videos. If you're interested in these cute little tree stickers that were the inspiration for this spread, you can check out Eau Claire's Creations on Etsy. I do have a 10% off code, which is Caitlin10, and I'll leave that in the description of this video. So thanks for watching and happy planning.